Boise crew room. I've got about 4 hours to nap and get a little bit of sleep before I have to catch my flight to Portland at 6 a.m. I've got my Beats headphones, my neck pillow. I'm gonna put my hood over my face and we're gonna catch a little bit of sleep in this tiny little closet. And then it is nap time. Hello my friends, I just made it to my hotel room in Idaho Falls. I am so exhausted. I can't even think straight right now. I'm operating on about 3 hours of sleep. I am going to get out of my uniform, get into some comfy clothes, eat a little lunch, I think. If I have the energy, I don't know. I just want to crawl in bed so bad right now. So I am going to go rest for a little bit and then I will catch you guys up. Look at that bed in all her glory. She's beautiful. I just slept for 2.5 hours, you guys. I set my alarm for like 45 minutes. It went off and I felt like I was like just getting into a deep sleep and I should have known better. That's when I should have been like, okay, it's time to get up. I got a little crazy and I decided that I could sleep for another 20 minutes. After that, I lost it. I'm still waking up. I feel like I am in a trance right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna wake up. Give me 5 minutes and we'll be back. Alright, hello my beautiful friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. I am a Portland-based flight attendant. I love taking you guys on my trips with me. We are currently in Idaho Falls. I shared with you guys earlier. I had 3 commuting flights just to get to work.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
That is why I was so tired. I had to leave Austin last night around 8:30 p.m., fly into Denver, then go from Denver to Boise. We have a crew room in Boise, so I slept in Boise for like 3.5 hours. We had a flight from Boise to Portland this morning. Got in around 6 a.m. and had to report at 6:45 a.m. So I went down to our crew room there, heated up a little breakfast sandwich from Trader Joe's, made my first cup of coffee of the day. The day was pretty good flying. It wasn't too crazy. It actually was enjoyable. I was just super tired because nobody should have to work 3 flights after flying all night and getting no sleep, but I do it to myself somewhat because I live in Austin, so I get that. You can only complain so much. First flight of the day started off strong this morning at 7 a.m. We had a very light load. I worked in first class today in the front of the plane. I had 3 passengers on that flight. They were super chill. As we were taking off, one of the guys leaned over and he was like, oh my gosh, there's a coyote on the runway. And we were literally getting ready to take off. Like, it was like as we started accelerating and I couldn't see anything because I don't know if you guys know, we do not have big windows at the front of the plane. They're like little peepholes, like this big. The other couple that was sitting across from him in first class was like looking, they're like, oh my gosh, I see it. In the middle of Portland, coyote on the runway, middle of Portland. I don't know how that unfolded because we didn't go back to Portland the rest of the day. So that was kind of wild, unexpected, interesting start to the morning. Flight number 2, we went from Portland to Santa Rosa. Hour and 15 minutes. From Santa Rosa to Seattle, that was an hour and a half. Again, good flight. We had just enough time in between each flight for me to refuel, eat a snack, go inside, go to the bathroom, come right back, start boarding, go to the next one. I like those days. I like when we are just like go, 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 back to back flying. I'm gonna see if I can set you guys up here. There we go. I was holding the camera and I didn't want to hold it anymore. And I wanted to get a drink of water. You will always see me with the box waters on our layovers because this is what we serve on our planes. We have little mini ones and these sizes, and I always take these so that I have water for the overnight. Anyway, Portland to Santa Rosa to Seattle, Seattle to Idaho Falls. Here we are. The weather was better than expected. There was some bumps in the sky along the way, but nothing crazy. It was actually very mild today, and it was a lovely day. It is super windy here in Idaho Falls. I have brought you guys here before. We have gone to the farmers market here, and it is Saturday today, but we got in. I don't even know if they're doing it this time of year because it's not quite spring. So I wanted to see, the sun is still out, but it is going to be setting in the next like 45 minutes. I do have a little 2-mile run. I was trying to decide. I have one more leg workout to do and a 2-mile run to do, and I couldn't decide if I was just gonna knock that all out today. I'm waiting for Damon to get off work. He's gonna be calling me any minute. I haven't talked to him today at all, so we are probably gonna spend some time together. I'm gonna check in with him, ask him how his day was before I head out to probably the gym. That is where we are at. And pickup time of 6:55 a.m., which is good because it's not even super early, which like just enough time to get a normal night of sleep. And then tomorrow I think we only have 2 flights, so I'm really excited. This is actually a really decent trip other than my commute in. Triple commuting is crazy nonsense, silly dilly to me, but you do what you gotta do, right? Am I right? So tempted to call off, but I was like, nope, check your bank account. You need the money. Don't give up, don't quit, just do the hard thing. It's gonna be okay. I always dread it, knowing when it's gonna happen, when I have to come in the night before and sleep in the airport. I get such a bad attitude. I get really anxious the day leading up to my trip. That's my boyfriend calling. We're gonna answer it, but finishing my thought, I always get super anxious, and then when I'm sitting here in my hotel, I try to remember these moments because I'm like, I knew I could handle it. I was just being a big baby and I knew that I could do it. So I made it through today, and now we get to hang out and relax. What's up, people? I just got off the phone with Damon, and I'm gonna go do a little leg day. This is the fit. I brought my running shoes because I'm gonna go for a run tomorrow. I actually am going to link it in the description box down below. Thanks to all of you. I now have an Amazon storefront, so if you're interested in shopping my looks, I'm gonna start posting them on here now. My gym fits, whatever I wear if I go out walking on a layover that I can. And if you want to just check it at any time, I have flight attendant essentials, like travel essentials on there, vlogging equipment, stuff like that. Let's go get this lift in. morning, friends. I am just about ready to head downstairs for my van pickup. We only have 2 flights today, which I am so ecstatic about. We go to Seattle and then Seattle to Sacramento, and I'm pretty sure we land at like 11:30, 11:45, something like that. Should be a really nice morning. I need to grab my ice packs from the front desk, and then we are going to head out to our van. I think I'm going to be working in the back today, working with a senior mama, so she gets to decide where she wants to work, and she worked in the back yesterday. Maybe I'll get to be in the back today and do full cart service. A little bit harder to film back there. There's just like nowhere to put my phone to show you guys my setup, so I do the best I can. I will try to get some clips of the cart because I should be doing full service. I'm gonna head downstairs and I will see you guys on the plane. Alrighty, Roo. I had a girl in a drive-thru say that to Damon and I one time. We were fast food for dinner and she was so cute. Alrighty, Roo. We say that all the time. I just finished my pre-flight. I'm going to set up the back. It's not set up how I like, so we are going to set it up. I am going to pull out the coffee. I don't brew it on the ground, but I like to have coffee set up in the coffee makers so that when we are up at 10,000 feet, we're able to get up. I could just press brew, go wash my hands, and then start getting my cart set up, and my coffee is already brewing. So it just kind of helps be more efficient. Also, I got to say hi to one of my subscribers. They're so kind, and I haven't been to Idaho Falls in so long. I appreciate your encouragement and your kind words, and it was so nice to see you this morning. Hopefully I'll get to be back soon. Let me get this coffee set up. You guys are currently sitting, resting on the coffee makers right now, so I have to find another spot for you. So I'm saying there's not really anywhere to put you back here, so I try my best to show you guys all the angles and all the things, but it's kind of difficult back here. So let me get my coffee set up and then I will show you my cart. This will go on top of my cart. This is where I put my juices, the coffees, the cups, and the ice bucket. This is just stuff so that we can reheat our food in the oven. So some of this has to stay here because that's its spot for it, and I like to keep it there so that it's all compact during takeoff, but it's really easy to just take it out and throw it into the Atlas when I take this whole tray out. It also has all of our little lemon and lime packets in here, and then this is always in there. It's just the teas and the stir sticks and the decaf coffee. I like to create, see this person, they know what they're doing. I put the cream and sugar here, and then I like to put the teas on this side, the napkins in between here, and I'm gonna go grab more snacks. Hopefully we have cookies. We should have cookies for the morning. We've got boxed waters, perfect. And my drinks, this definitely needs to be refilled, so we're gonna trade those out. Got my beers and liquors down below, and I've got this big bag of ice here, so I should be totally fine on ice. But I am going to look for cookies and trade these out. We're just doing a good old-fashioned plane swap. I'm heading over to my plane now. Hello friends, I just made it to my hotel room. In Sacramento, we only had 2 flights today. It's literally probably 12:30, a little after. It's 12:45 and it's so nice to be done already. It's crazy. I just got set up in my room and I just heated up my lunch because I'm already super hungry. So I have some chicken, cilantro, lime, wontons from Trader Joe's and a half a thing of sticky white rice from Costco because I had the other half last night, and then half of a guacamole cup because I didn't bring any like soy sauce or anything, but I was like, this could be good. It's actually pretty good. So today was a good day. 2 pretty easy flights. They were both about an hour and a half. It was a little bumpy today. It's super windy outside. Let me see if I can show you guys. If you guys can see how windy it is, it's pretty windy out there. That's what we're rolling with. So I've got quite a bit of time. My van pickup isn't until 6 a.m. tomorrow. I wanted to go like walk around. You guys know I am balling on a budget and I'm trying to be so good about like packing my meals. I might go out and go for a walk and get some food because I'm just feeling it. I just feel like that's what I need today. So we're gonna play it by ear. Today was a good day of flying. Not a whole lot to report other than the turbulence. I had some cute babies on my flight. I worked in the back of the plane, as you guys know. Tried to show you the best I can how I set up my carts and all of that good stuff. I do want to hang out with you guys later and share the books that I've been reading because I love sharing that with you guys. And also, like, I treat these vlogs as like a digital diary for myself as well. So I really enjoy sharing the books that I'm reading, what I'm currently learning in this season of life, because I want to be able to look back on these some days if I want to and just see where I was and like how far I've come. Or, you know, one day, Lord willing, I have children and they're gonna see like what their mom did on her flight attendant layovers and what she was learning and how she became the woman that she is, that they know as their mom. I just want to share all the other pieces of my layovers and what I do and my thoughts and my feelings and all of that, because it's just like a little digital journal for me. I'm gonna eat my food while it is warm. Took a nice little nap. I've been laying in bed. I just had a chomps and a rice cake. I just have 2 miles left of this week. I was gonna put on like my gym shorts that I have and a different outfit, and then I saw this t-shirt and I was like, I have to wear my car's t-shirt so that I can run super fast, obviously. Run first, food later. A nice little gym workout. Ran 2 miles, walked an incline for about 10 minutes just to cool down, and then did a little bit of core and stretching. And it is just after 5. I think I am gonna go get some food. I've been craving fruit since I woke up from my nap, and all I have is an apple and peanut butter, which I want to have for dessert. I'm trying to think of something for dinner because I am not really vibing with what I packed. I'm so tempted to go to In-N-Out because I love In-N-Out. But I think that I'm gonna go to Sprouts. It's literally in the same parking lot as the In-N-Out, which is dangerous, I know, but I think that's what we're gonna go do. I just changed into a different outfit, out of my gym clothes into a sweatshirt and some trousers. I still have my running shoes on because it's about a mile walk. We're gonna go get her done, and I will see you guys on the other side. 30 grams of protein. I'm gonna sip this, take a little tote bag with me that I have so that I can carry my groceries back home. Bring a water bottle, bring this, and probably my AirPods. I won't wear them on the way there. I'm just gonna enjoy the weather and also just to be aware of my surroundings. I knew this was a good idea. The sun came out. It actually feels good. It's still pretty windy, but the sun is so nice. It's such a beautiful day. I always feel good getting outside. I never regret it. Okie dokie, pals, we made it back to the room. That was like 45 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. It was really nice. The sun came out. It was windy. Kind of had the sidewalks to myself. It was super peaceful. I just looked around at my scenery. I didn't listen to anything. I wasn't on my phone. I was just actually present outside. Can you believe it? I went with the intention of just getting a fruit cup and some sushi, and they were kind of low on sushi. They didn't really have a ton of options, but I did pick up this crunchy shrimp roll for $10, and I got some chopsticks and soy sauce in my bag as well. I've actually been eating mangoes at home in Texas with Damon, and I went over, I was like, let me see how much a mango is. It's really soft. I think I'll be able to cut it. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat a full mango, duh. And then I was looking at the ready to eat stuff on the way out. It just kind of caught my eye, and I just got some veggies and some hummus. They had a bunch of different like snack boxes and kids meals and sandwiches and salads, and I was like, this is such a good option. I need to remember to do this. We have one by our house, and I just always go to Trader Joe's, but they actually had really good options and they're not that expensive. I picked up this organic sourdough grilled cheese, bacon, and Gouda. Y'all, it has 17 grams of protein and really good macros, and I just thought this would be good for breakfast in the morning. It just says heat it and eat it, so I can literally heat it up on the plane in the morning because I don't think I'll have time for breakfast. Sorry, my camera battery just died as I was in the middle of my haul. I found this note from my man, which is so sweet. He wrote me this whole poem. It's like a little love letter, but it's a poem that he wrote, and it's so kind. He just left it in my camera bag for me to find and didn't tell me about it. I don't know how long it's been in there. Okay, my camera battery just keeps dying. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, my point is, it's the little things in life that make such a huge difference. Small things like that that make me feel pursued, that he's after my heart. I just really appreciate things like that. I'm sure, ladies, that you do as well. Fellas, if you're not doing that for your ladies, please do it. I don't care if you're just dating, if you've been married for 30 years, it's important to pursue our loved ones and to make them feel seen. It seems like such a rare thing these days to have a man who actually pursues my heart. It shouldn't be. That should be the standard. Raise your bar, ladies. You probably need to. Check yourself. End of the haul. I grabbed this Zevia creamy root beer. I don't know, I don't need it, but it just sounded really good. I went to maybe get some kombucha, and I am trying a new one. It's the Organic Sprouts brand, Watermelon Hibiscus. Alright, my beautiful people, I got to eat my dinner, I got to talk to Damon, did a little self-care, an eye mask, a charcoal mask. I just finished watching the rest of a YouTube video that Damon had sent me on just getting our finances in order. It is like a huge goal of mine this year. I'm also reading this book called Budgeting 101, and I was just reading this, getting out of credit card debt. Because that is one of my goals. I want to do that and have a emergency savings fund, an emergency fund set up, because I don't have one, and I'm in my late 20s, and I feel like I know that that's pretty common these days for a lot of people in their 20s to not have an emergency fund, but I don't want that to be the case. I want to start saving up for a house, to be able to put a down payment on a house, and we are going to save up for a wedding that's eventually going to happen. That is why we are spending our downtime learning. I told you guys earlier that I wanted to share some things that I was learning so that I can also look back on these videos and remind myself where I've come from and how much work I've put into becoming the woman that I want to be. Read a book called The Power to Change, and I will put it up here on the screen as well, that I really liked. It was a really good book. I just finished a book called The Power of Discipline, How to Use Self-Control and Mental Toughness to Achieve Your Goals, which I think is such a good skill set to improve on, to learn on. Self-discipline and discipline in general is so difficult for us humans sometimes. But I wanted to share some things that I really enjoyed from it. So I'm going to share with you some of the notes that I highlighted and took from this book, because I think that it is so beneficial, and I figured why not share with you guys. I know that this vlog is for entertainment and to see my lifestyle, but I also want to provide value by just sharing the things that I'm learning as well that can help us be better human beings. This is in chapter 5, and the title of it is called Daily Habits to Improve Self-Discipline. It says, your habits are a reflection of your character. Your habits become the super loud car. Your habits become a part of your character, and some people take pride in the fact that they are known for something. If your friends always tell you to meet them an hour earlier than everyone else, it's because they know you are going to be late, which means you've got a bad habit of being late. Lateness is part of your life. It's a negative cycle that starts with you going to bed late, waking up late, and then being late for everything else. According to psychologists, habits of this nature are formed because of the connection between the stimulus and the response. And some tips to overcome these bad habits that we have, these negative habits, are setting daily goals, a good night's sleep, which we know is important, staying organized to help improve productivity, less stress, more energy throughout your day, building your morning routine, which I think looks different for everybody. That's part of the reason that I prioritize habits so much. This job is just so inconsistent in our schedule. It's really hard to have consistent routines. So my habits need to be so strong so that regardless of the time of day, I'm still doing the things that are important to me, that make me feel like a better human being, that give me energy, that fill my cup up, that bring me peace and lower my stress to the best of my ability. That looks different for everybody. If you work from home or you have a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and you have a very consistent schedule, it's a little bit easier to build your nighttime, morning routines, as opposed to someone like me who travels a lot, or other people who have very inconsistent schedules. Maybe you work nights, so you don't really have a morning routine because you're working and then you sleep during the day, so that looks different for everybody. But so that's why I say, instead of focusing on a set routine, if you can have a routine, I think that's amazing. That is what I would prefer if I could have it my way. I'm just trying to focus on building better habits and strengthening those habits and strengthening my self-discipline so that I can do those habits even on days where I'm exhausted and it's been a long day at work, or I had not a great night's sleep. I can still do the things that are important to me, like go to the gym, get a walk in, move my body, because that's something that's going to help me get to my goals. It's make me just feel better at the end of the day. I will link those 2 books down below. I highly recommend. Alright, good morning. It is time to head downstairs for our van. I will see you guys on the plane. Running to my commuting flight. It leaves in 40 minutes and it's on the other side of the airport. So here we go, a little 1 mile sprinting.